labor movement, the entire labor movement throughout the country, from every major city in the country, is going to raise money, materials, and then join with the community groups, with the striking workers, with the labor movement in Tennessee, in a gigantic march in Memphis on Monday at noon. Here in New York alone, we anticipate that from the labor movement, there will be 1,000 trade unionists in Memphis showing their solidarity in the fight for economic equality of the striking Memphis workers.
Well, it's very difficult always to talk in terms of numbers, but we are certain that the march will be much larger than the last march, with many more elements from the national community represented.
Mr. Rustin, is this intended as a non-violent demonstration?
Oh, by all means, a non-violent demonstration. And since the last demonstration in which there was some minimal violence, the striking workers themselves have been trained as marshals. Great numbers of young people have been trained to contain any other young people who may want to be involved in disorders, and we are confident that this march will be massive and non-violent and effective.
Mr. Rustin.
The labor movement, the entire labor movement throughout the country, is demonstrating its support.
Will you still lead a march there on Friday, or will he be part of your march on Monday?
Dr. King's march has been called off in deference to this wider, broad-based, nationwide effort.
It seems to be some sort of milestone. This is the first time that labor and civil rights have gotten together on a march on this scale, is it not? What is the central issue here?
The central issue is this, that there are all kinds of workers, black and white, in the South who are working but poor. And instead of creating little projects for the elimination of poverty, what we need to do is to have these people join labor unions and through those unions gain economic independence. And just as Montgomery was the beginning of the struggle for equality in transportation and public accommodations, so we look upon the struggle in Memphis as the beginning of a vast movement throughout the South for economic democracy.
Is this a trend in the civil rights movement? It's coupled with labor and economics, in a sense.
This is not a new trend. I think Mr. Rustin's emphasis on the labor movement's involvement and the need for workers to be represented is...
Is there going to be any attempt to offset this?
The attempt to offset it is exactly what will be going on Monday. We feel that the entire pressure of the entire labor movement in a continued fight, the march is only a symbol. The march is a beginning as far as we're concerned. We will win it. The striking workers will win it. It's a continuing fight, and no scabs, and no anti-labor mayor, no Neanderthal is going to stop the victory, as Bayrard points out, for economic equality for the Negroes in the South.
So will those scabs be removed? Will they be removed?
Yes, they will be removed because victory will remove them.
What New York City labor leaders have lent their support and you anticipate will participate in this?
Mr. Rustin, what do you think of Mayor Lindsay's riot control measures?
Well, I suppose if you're going to have riots, you're going to have riot control measures. But I would have hoped that Mayor Lindsay would have put much more energy into dealing with the basic causes of rioting by going to Washington and getting some money for dealing with the problems of housing, schools, and jobs.
Rustin, the mayor was a member of the commission which recommended certain changes in certain, and recognized the fact that ghetto conditions are what spawns the riots. Do you feel that the fact that he's working at cross purposes with the recommendations of the commission makes him, what would you call it? Here, hold it a second. That's good. Mr. Rustin, in view of the fact that the mayor was a member of the panel that made recommendations to get at the real causes of the ghetto conditions, do you feel that there's an inconsistency in his present position at attacking the rioters themselves?
No, I don't think there's any inconsistency. No society can permit riots. My point was that I think the greater emphasis has to be on obtaining decent education and jobs. And my point is that all the police, all the curfews, all the billy clubs, all the guns will not stop rioting. And the society has to face that. Rioting will be stopped when people have justice.
Then if there is no awareness, are you saying then that the hostilities must increase?
No, I am saying that we should reorder our priorities and stop spending billions of dollars going to the moon and put that money into the ghettos. We should stop spending billions of dollars for building highways so wealthy white people can get to the suburbs and build new transportation systems so that black workers and Puerto Rican workers and poor white workers can get out to where the factories are now developing, which is in the suburbs.
Mr. Rustin, do you feel that the establishment of new laws to control rioters may prompt riots themselves?
Well, I don't know whether they're going to prompt riots, but no series of laws is going to deal with the discontent. You do not deal with discontent through creating a new apparatus for dealing with its effects. You change the system.
Thank you very much.